Hey YouTube, Halo here. Today I've got an update for you all regarding the MCC PC flighting and why Flight 2 seems to be taking so long, what stage in development Flight 2 actually is at, and why porting the MCC to PC is so complicated for the developers. So let's jump into it. So you may be wondering why the second flight for MCC PC Fireflight was delayed past the initial goal of July, and the reason for this delay was something called blocking bugs. While Free4Free and the other partnering companies have been hard at work addressing these bugs, they were unable to squash them out and get the build ready for a July release. Free4Free's goal when preparing for the flights is to ensure that they are a relatively high quality to give insiders and the staff at Free4Free an effective flight to test out. And while they want the flights rolled out in a timely manner, their number one priority for the flights is quality. But you may now be wondering what these blocking bugs actually are and how they differentiate from regular bugs we encounter on our day-to-day gaming. Well, these blocking bugs are bugs that are so severe that they will actually prevent the flight from functioning properly, while a regular bug is something minor that won't stop the player from playing the game. Free4Free don't want the builds being rolled out if there are blocking bugs constantly crashing and freezing the game or stopping the player from accessing key features on a regular basis, as people will get frustrated and shut the game off, meaning that testing won't be as effective, which is bad for everyone. Next up, we get a little bit of education on what the different rings of the flights are and who actually gets to participate in them. Ring 0 is for Free4 industry employees alone. If there are blocking bugs found in this ring, the build will not make it out of the studio until they are resolved, and if nothing serious is found, the build progresses to Ring 1. This ring is made up of external partners that work close with Free4Free and have done so for a while. This allows for a slightly bigger pool of testers, which will ensure the experience is functional externally. If anything severe enough is found, the build resets back down to Ring 0 to be fixed. Next up is Ring 2, which is made up of even more partners of various skill levels, which will help to test the builds in unique and interesting ways, which will ensure the best experience possible for all varieties of players invited to test the content. Again, if there is a serious enough problem, it could cause a reset all the way back to Ring 0 to be retested. The final ring is Ring 3, which is where we, the community, come in. The insiders chosen could be hardware, experience or location based. This build will test to make sure that the state of the build is functioning as intended for an official release. So now we know what all of the different rings entail, what ring is the second fight, Fireflight, actually in at this moment in time? Well, at the current time, Free4Free have just finished their first Ring 1 test and are now working to resolve a bunch of bugs that are blocking Ring 2 to commence. Currently, there are 5 blocking bugs that are stopping Ring 2 to commence, and they are as follows. Security solution does not auto-install once game is installed, long delays in menu accompanied by matchmaking errors, opening the settings menu during gameplay can cause the roster to say stuck on the screen. Frame loss can be experienced in various menus when playing at higher resolutions. A crash is present sometimes when match-made firefight games start. The dev team is working hard to squash these bugs so Ring 2 can commence. Once these bugs are sorted, and then any Ring 3 blockers that pop up during Ring 2 testing are also sorted, we will get access to the build. So fingers crossed we get it for August. We then get some details regarding the next steps prior to the next insider flight. Free4Free have a lot of other things they're working on for the MCC, and rather than derail core development of features and putting everyone onto bug squashing duty, the teams that are working on MCC PC and Halo Reach for MCC are still fully focused on the features they are working on. When the firefight matchmaking experience is up and running as intended and is all ready to be flighted, it will be flighted. They know that everyone is super eager to take part in testing and that frustration may occur when estimated release dates come and go with no flight. But that's the reality of being fully transparent with the community and the life behind developing a AAA game. So why does flighting later actually make sense? Surely it would be better to give insiders a broken game to test. After all, that's what we're here for, right? Well no, Free4Free states that if quality wasn't something they care for, they could very easily just ship a mediocre product to insiders. But they don't want to do that. Everyone with some interest in this game all want the best possible product, and so the decision to hold back a subpar experience just makes sense. The less game-breaking bugs we have to encounter, the easier it will be for us to find smaller, minor bugs that, while we will inevitably encounter them, they don't result in us not being able to play the game at all. We have a list of major bugs that have been resolved over the past several weeks, and they are as follows. Upon launch, the user was prompted with a DLC prompt to install Reach and was unable to play. Navigating too fast to the matchmaking menu would display an empty menu. Settings would be discarded when changing them during gameplay. A crash would occur when entering the settings menu. Disabled roster buttons were accessible and caused crashes. Title crashes when pausing in Reach gameplay using a controller. Game has a fatal error when saving settings during firefight match queue. So why exactly is this all so complicated for 343 to develop? Well, when 343 initially announced MCC on PC and Reach coming to the MCC, they thought that they knew exactly what the roadmap was to bring about the best possible experience for gamers. But they didn't foresee a few things that have happened during development, which sometimes happens when working on a project this complex. Because of this, schedules have had to be shifted out around the flighting, and even with all the challenges the dev team encounter, they overcome them and continue to work day in and day out towards providing us with the best version of Halo Reach on MCC and MCC on PC as they physically can. When they announced the project back in March, they anticipated it would take time for them to build up a sizable pool of insiders. Obviously, they greatly underestimated the number of willing participants and got a lot more insiders than they actually anticipated. They announced the project so early so they could build up a sizable number of insiders, which now we know wasn't actually necessary. In the games industry, schedules never mirror what was initially outlined in terms of scope or time spent working on features. The only way to make a schedule fit inside of a time constraint is to do one of two things. You either cut the content out to be put in later or remove it altogether, or sacrifice the quality of said features. 343 do not want to do either, and so flighting will be delayed slightly so they don't impact the core product they have envisioned in their minds. This means that we will have to wait a bit longer, but it also means that we get a better product for our patients, which is a big plus in my book. And that's everything new we got in this update from Postums. The transparency is great in my opinion, and I'd rather they were brutally honest about the difficulties they are having, instead of keeping us waiting for months and months with no official word like many other developers do, and just saying, it's coming soon, or we're just ironing out a few more bugs. No, we know exactly what's going on behind the curtain, and a lot of developers could definitely learn from this behaviour from 343 Industries. But leave down in the comments below your thoughts and opinions on everything. I'll be interested to know what you think. But other than that guys, like the video if you enjoyed, it helps the channel out a ton. Subscribe with notifications if you haven't already to stay up to date with all my latest videos as soon as they go live. I'll be covering all Halo news, big or small, so you'll want to keep up with the channel. I'd like to thank you all for watching till the end, I really appreciate it. I'll see you guys next time, and have a good one.